Hey guys, Rinji here, and there has been Twitter troubles once again. Of what kind? Well, of my favorite gacha game kind this time around, as Blue Archive has gotten itself into a little bit of trouble because a very popular YouTube creator by the name of Maxor decided to talk about it and install the game. Mind you, as a preface to all of this, Maxor isn't kind of at fault for all of this. It's mostly the people that follow him, some of them being his fan base as well. A lot of people have accused Maxor in the past of ruining certain fan bases of the games he covers on his YouTube channel. He does a lot of reviews of video games, and also his popular incorrect summaries of very popular series like Metal Gear Rising, for example, and people have blamed for ruining that particular fan base as well, just because he decided to make a video about it. But then again, you know, you don't kind of decide what kind of fan base you got. The fact that he chose this particular method of editing his videos, which is very ADHD riddled, which really appeals to very dumb zoomers, is, it's his choice. But the fact that it attracted set people that are quite insufferable online, that's not really, he's not really to blame for that. Because how could he know that people are insane online and they would, decide to act out this way? But let's get back to the topic, as here, Maxor has been quote retweeting his old post on Twitter from August of last year, where he says that, "I think that South Koreans are attempting to brainwash me using Blue Archive." And then, moving forward to January 30th of this year, he decided to finally install Blue Archive, and he got Aru as one of his first polls, I guess. And then all hell broke loose, as fans of Blue Archive decided to basically doom post a little bit, because Maxor's fan base and the people following him will make the following jokes, and we're gonna be taking a look at these quote-unquote jokes right now. Welp, Maxor might turn into a P-word, unless he is one, and I don't know. So yeah, even some of Maxor's fans and detractors are going to be calling him the P word for playing Blue Archive. And why are they doing that? Well, because terminally line people cannot differentiate between fiction and reality, and Blue Archive is one of these games that is very lolicon pandering heavy. There's a lot of lolly characters in it. There's a lot of going on in there, and it's the premium content for that sort of fan base of that sort of material. So, of course, there's gonna be comments like this, and people were right to doom post and be mad at this, because, well, just look at all of these people. Blue Archive fans deserve Maxor on their game. These people are trying to gatekeep their game like anyone wants to play it. Have fun with your P-word gacha slop. R-word. I'm effing bowling. Well, considering that Blue Archive is taking a lot of conventions, especially in Asia, by storm, at least for the last 2 Comic-Cons, at least, I think, the game, the franchise, has been like the most prominent attendee, most prominent franchise at these conventions, and it's becoming amazingly popular. It's growing in tremendous ways. It's not gonna be popular in the West as much, because, at least nowadays, because of how these people behave, and they call everything the P word. Doesn't matter how little of said P-wordy material there is in it, quote unquote, of course. But let's take a look at more. Mid-archive fans in the quote retweets, "Gatekeeping Max will never be funny, y'all losers. Epstein in hidden." And you'll see a lot of these Epstein jokes because these people are wholly unoriginal, and once they see Epstein, they can only clap like seals and copy one another, because that's the level of humor we're representing here. The guy that Redditized MGR plays P-word gacha game. This is not Genshin Impact, so true. The P-word gacha game that actually played by P-words and not white women. Epstein convention in fumes right now in the quote retweets. Please don't turn into a P-word. P-words real mad in the quote retweets. Watching Blue Archive fans melt down over the P-word gacha slop being invaded by Maxer. And this is one of these posts that's actually a little bit more reasonable. Funny, well, we've seen people quote posts want to gatekeep Blue Archive from his fans, not him. Well, Maxer actually likes the game, so you know. Also, I want people who saw this post to show me proofs that Maxer's fanbase are toxic as people say. This simple request from me, that is all. I think this video is proof enough, so if you ever watch this, you'll know. Bro joined Epstein simulator. Maxer, have you ever considered not playing the P-word games? No, don't play this game. It's for P-words. Stop. Okay, WTF even is Blue Archive? I've asked a few different people, haven't actually gotten my answer. Any answer, and Maxer replied to this: it's an auto battler where every character is 17 years old, regardless of build or body type. I'm not sure if you know, Maxer is actually unaware of this, but this is untrue. I don't know if he's just trying to damage control just a little bit so his own fan base wouldn't go after him, but then again, saying that these characters are 17 years old would probably not deter them anyway, because they'd consider that a P-word offense anyway. So I'm not sure what Maxer has tried to do here. It's one of these two things. Either he doesn't know, or he's just outright admitting the truth in order to protect himself. I do not know. But either way, it's not gonna work. So I've had to endure this spastic Weir's fanbase infesting the comments of every Blue Archive OST, and all this time there wasn't even a player. You are going to D-word. I will personally make sure among the first 10 million people, 10 million to perish. So, you know, there's unhinged people on all sides of this. So even if you want to gatekeep your favorite game, I think that's going a little bit overboard, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but what the F is going on in the quote retweets? I do not make videos on everything I play. I can assure you that this is not good material for that. Well, it's not, because one, you say that, you know, it doesn't have high resolution, but it does. I mean, you can play it in high resolution very easily. If it's you know, if it's not on an emulator, there's other means to make it look pretty good for YouTube. But the main reason that it's not a good topic, especially for your audience, is because it's Kuni Archive, and there's way too much for these people to stomach in there. Judging by the Epstein worshippers in the replies, they are right, by the way. I do not make videos on everything I play. Can assure you that this is not a good material for that. Literally 100% of people essing on you are softcore P-words. I didn't know if this was a gradable scale of being a P-word. I thought it was a binary thing that you either are one or not. Thank you, what looks like to be a Jujutsu Kaisen profile picture. For your enlightening knowledge about P-words. You probably know a lot about that. Let them cope and sieve. I'd say I hope their community gets ruined, but they flee to other games. I'd rather have them buried in the same dunghole together so they don't infect other games. Well, I'm really sorry, but I think Lolicon enthusiasts have been there in a lot of gacha fan bases before a lot of you were even considered to be fans of any of that sort of stuff. Because, it's so easy to tell apart people to avoid on social media these days. Profile picture with a popular anime slash manga character probably has the worst opinions imaginable. Uh, Decades ago, it used to be different. You saw an anime profile picture on like a forum dedicated to anime or manga, and you thought, yeah, I'll probably strike up a good conversation with this dude. They share my interests. But no, nowadays it's just the complete opposite. You see any popular franchise in their profile picture, stay away. Just put Blue Archive in there. It's very hard to find antis in a Blue Archive community. I don't think they even exist, but if they do, you're probably in the wrong freaking game. But let's continue, because there's one more. Boy, you pissed off the P-words. Epstein's strongest soldiers want to gatekeep the game from you. Well, I think Blue Archive does a very good job gatekeeping itself from people like that. Because, they wouldn't be caught dead playing this sort of game. Because, again, the content is just not for them. They cannot take it. But, I've seen some people around that were like, hey, this game has things I consider to be CP, but I like this game so much, so I'm just gonna ignore all of that and just support it financially, because, my morals are this paper thin, and calling people the P words is just, like calling them an idiot. Completely watered down word, and just means nothing. And it's terrible like that, because once an actual predator gets outed somewhere, you have to think real hard. Are they talking about fictional characters again? Or are they talking about a real predator? And it's just like that. But, lucky for me, and lucky for all other Blue Archive fans, the game will continue to be safe on its own. It will continue to grow. And if these people cannot like it, and if these people do not like its success, well, then they can seethe about it all they want. Because, you won't unsuccess this game. It's just gonna continue to thrive in its own environment with its own very dedicated fan base. But for right now, it's everything. I hope to see you on the next one.